All right, guys, so I got a video today of the R1 I picked up. I happened to be looking on Kijiji, and I wasn't really in the market for a bike because bikes get me in trouble, but I just couldn't help myself with the deal. I ended up getting this 2007 R1, 3,900 bucks. It's high kilometers, 29,000 kilometers. Bike's pretty clean. It's not perfect, but it's clean. It's got a kind of a crap exhaust on it, freaking Boz Brothers or something. I don't like the sound of it. It's insanely loud, even with the baffle in it. It's got that echo sound to it. So I'm going to try and find, I got all the stock pipes with, that's the one thing about this bike. It's got a bunch of bolt-on aftermarket parts, but the guy had all the stock parts. So I could tell the bike, I mean, it looked like there's one spot, a couple little nicks where you can tell it's been dropped. Probably really low speed or just pulling out of a driveway or something is what it looks like. So one thing I did, I took it for a ride. Obviously it's an R1, this thing hauls ass. I mean, I had it doing 299, I think that's where it stops reading. I mean, then who knows, this thing will probably run 320, 330, I'm guessing. My Gixxer did, maybe a little more. But I noticed there wasn't a lot of low end grunt, not like my GSXRs had. So I changed the sprocket. It's a 1745 sprocket combo on it. So I bought a 16 tooth front sprocket, and that made, I just took it for another ride, and that made the world of difference. So if you're watching this video and you have an R1 and you're wondering how to make it a little more low end power, I just changed it one. I mean, you go up one in the back, this thing will just be a wheelie machine. I mean, now I can lift it up first, second, no problem. I can clutch it up in third. I think I was doing 100 mile an hour, clutched it up in third. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's a high mileage bike, so I mean, the horsepower is going to be down on it. But a motor's still nice. It starts up, has a little rattle. That's not a big deal, I don't think. As soon as it warms up, I mean, the rattle lasts for 2-3 seconds, it goes away. It's almost like the oil has to get up there, which I'm pretty sure is something on these Yamahas. I'm not 100%. If you know that, then just comment in the comments, say, yeah, that's a normal issue. But other than that, the motor sounds super crisp and tight. And so here I'll show you a bit of the bike here. Like I said, I'm taking this exhaust off. It's a full header system and everything, so I got rid of the cat and all that crap on it. So I'm gonna see if I can get something that'll go off the side, just a 4-into-1 up the side. I like that look rather than the duals. But if I have to go back to the duals, I will. So here I'll show you a little bit of this bike here. I'll give you a video of it. Let me switch the camera around. All right, so here it is, 07. It's not a Raven. I thought it was when I looked at it on Kijiji, but it's like a dark charcoal, which I actually kind of like this color a little better than the Raven edition. I mean, the Raven edition is the one I really wanted, but those are hard to find. There's a 600 online right now, but like I said, I wasn't even in the market. This thing just, I don't know. They got the right price on it, so I picked it up. With our laws in Ontario, if you're in Ontario, you know what I'm talking about, the laws we have, stunt driving and racing charges. If you're not from Ontario and you're watching this, basically you spin your back tire, you lift the front wheel, you're 50 kilometers an hour over the speed limit. So even if you're going 100 kilometers an hour and a 50, you're going to get a stunt driving charge or racing, which is ridiculous. People that texting and driving get less of a charge than us riding these things around. So basically that's why I kind of got out of bikes, but I always find myself back in a bike every year. It's got good tires on it, brakes are good. And this is that exhaust. It's real dirty right now. I took it out in the rain when I first got it because I wanted to try it and the roads are wet. But this is that exhaust I'm talking about. This, I don't like it. I mean, I'm sure some people do. It sounds like this thing's crazy loud, especially when you're on. When it's warm and idling, it's not too bad, but when you're on it, this thing is screaming. But like I said, this thing's pretty clean. It's got different levers, and I got all the stock levers, so he didn't change them because he dropped it. It's just they changed them out to put cool levers on it. Got the dark windshields, got the factory windshield also he gave me. Both tires are good, like I said, brakes, tires, everything's good. This thing should pass the safety with no problem. The only thing where I seen it was dropped, which you can see right there, that's ground down a bit. And it's got a little mark right here where it hit that thing. A little bit under the rear peg, and other than that, it's there's no real marks on anywhere, and you can tell none of the bolts have been apart too much. The only thing I changed on it right away, this guy had it, and I'm going to change it too. He gave me the stock linkage for the rear suspension. So the bike was lower and the front forks were way up in the tree. So I put those to where I think it matches the lowering kit right now, but I'm going to change that. I got all the factory linkage. I'm going to put it back to stock. And there's the sprocket, the front. I got the cover off right now just because I'm going to power wash all the oil out of there from the chain lube. I'm going to give this thing a good cleaning. Someone had it. I mean, they kept it decent, but like sprockets are dirty. Chain, everything's good. So I didn't change the chain because I just figured chain's good. Both the front sprocket took off was good. It was a 17. I tried the 16, and I'm telling you, that 16 woke this thing up low end. It's still, I just had it going 280 and it had tons left. So you need to outrun the cops. You can still run a 16 tooth, and your top speed is, you're still going to smoke a cruiser. You'll get away from them, no problem. And then you got way more low end. So I mean, you're gonna smoke that car within a couple miles. He's not going to see you anymore. It's unfortunate, but in Ontario, you can't stop for the cops because they just want to hand out that stunt driving ticket like it's candy. They want to screw people's lives over. But yeah, there it is. The 07 R1. It's a pretty cool looking bike. So I'm going to give it a clean up, and hopefully I'll give you guys some GoPro footage of me riding around in Mexico, because I wouldn't ride it like that on the Ontario streets, by all means. But yeah, so there it is. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and see all my new videos, like all kinds of videos of all the different toys, stuff. Like you see, I got all my tools. I always change that sprocket. But yes, that's her, man. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and thanks for watching.